Sam in Eastbourne. Sam, good evening.
Good evening, Daniel. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How can I help?
Fantastic show, thank you. They picked the wrong person with a parking ticket with you, didn't they? Here we go. I worked for a finance company for over 10 years. I took redundancy 18 months ago. No problem with that. They are now involved in the mis-selling debacle. They will give me a reference, obviously, as all companies do these days. This employee worked for this company from that date to that date, end of, in this role, effectively. Is there any way I can make them say on my reference to avoid reputational damage, and basically on a matter of principle, this person was in no way involved with this dodgy commissioning thing, effectively?
Do they admit there was dodgy commissioning?
Well, they're liable for that they are involved in. I think there was 3 test cases that were sent to the court, only one of which was upheld. So I think they thought they were going to be...
And that was this company that the case was upheld against?
Yes, they are involved, yes.
So I just want to be clear on this. The company has been found liable in court for mis-selling. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking you that is because if they hadn't been found liable, they're not going to say he wasn't involved in our mis-selling, because there's no way they'd admit there was any mis-selling. Even so, they might not want to say it in a reference because they might be considering an appeal, and for PR reasons they might not want to admit in documents that they've mis-sold. They might want to say, judge got it wrong. Some companies do that. But to answer the question directly, Sam, no, you cannot compel an employer to say anything in a reference letter, other than in a couple of sectors, of which actually finance is one. You can't even compel an employer to give a reference at all. But because you're in the finance sector, the employer is obliged to provide a reference, but a dates-only reference is generally fine. Are you regulated yourself?
No.
No. Okay, so there's no laws prescribing what has to and doesn't have to be in your reference. There would be if you were a regulated person, but you're not. So legally, you can't compel the employer to say the form of words you want them to say in a reference. You just can't. There is the possibility of a different type of legal claim against the employer. And this happened, do you remember, it must be 20 years ago, the bank BCCI, which was found to be a corrupt bank, went into liquidation and all sorts of claims were brought against it. And a man called Mr. Malik brought a claim against BCCI because, like you, he'd worked for them. Like you, he wasn't involved in anything that had gone wrong. And he said, because I worked for you, I'm now finding it impossible to get a job. I'm tainted by your bad reputation, your fraud. And he won compensation for being... for suffering an impediment in getting a new job, essentially for the damage to his reputation arising from the employer being fraudulent. But that sort of claim is really rare, and you've got to be able to prove that there were jobs that you would have got but didn't get just because of the identity of your ex-employer, which is easy to believe, Sam, but hard to prove.
Sure. No chance is what you're saying, isn't it, Daniel?
Pretty much, yep.